Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I'm reviewing Harry Potter set 75967, Forbidden Forest, Umbridge's Encounter. This set has 253 pieces and it'll retail for $30 when it hits US stores sometime in August or September. We're not 100% sure on the release date yet. But this set is fantastic. Now, the build is a little bit small for $30, but it's because you get two brand new Centaurs featuring new molded bodies, as well as three other new minifigures. Umbridge and Hermione are exclusive, but Harry is not. So as with all of my reviews, we'll start with Harry. Now, this torso print isn't new. This minifigure also comes in the Burrow, but the torso itself originated in 2015 in the Jurassic World sets for Zach Mitchell. And it's been used a lot. It's been used on like yellow colored minifigures too. I think most recently I remember it being used on Michelle from Spider-Man Far From Home. So, but it's a nice torso print, and it represents his clothing pretty accurately. He has his normal dark brown wand, and I realized I've kind of forgotten to show how the wands work. So if you didn't know, you can kind of grip it from 2 points. You can grip it from the base or like from that handle piece. I always position them as gripping it from the base, because then you can like turn the wand around to have them like cast spells. So that's a really awesome piece. It was made brand new for 2018 for when the theme came back, and I'm really glad that they made a specific wand piece. Now, the face is the same as the one from the Goblet of Fire sets. You can see he has his scar up at the top left corner. Well, I mean, it's right for the minifigure, but like for us looking at him, it's the left. And then there's his alternate face. Here's the Hermione of this set. Now, I love that new torso print. It looks exactly like her casual clothing, which makes sense because it is new. And I really like this minifigure overall because I love the hairpiece that they used on her. This was made for Wonder Woman, but it's appeared on plenty of other characters since 2016. And like I said, it's a great hairpiece. It really represents like how bushy Hermione's hair is. The face and hair aren't new. Like, it's not new in this color either. The face is Karina Smith's from the Silent Mary Pirates of the Caribbean set, and it was used on Hermione last year. And there you can see her face and her back printing. So yeah, overall a great figure, and you can see that she comes with her regular dark tan colored wand. And here's our first easy to get Dolores Umbridge figure. Like, for the first time in really LEGO's history. She came in 2007 set with the big Hogwarts castle for Order of the Phoenix, which is really hard to find. And then, obviously, she came in a Bricktober pack in 2018, but that was also hard to get because that was, like, right when Toys R Us was, like, shutting down, I believe. So it's really awesome to get this minifigure. Now, this is different from the Bricktober pack. That one was, like, a light pink version. This is, like, a dark pink because she has, like, you know, several different pink outfits in Order of the Phoenix. But this minifigure is just insanely detailed. You can see that if you spin her around, she has side leg printing and she has dual molded legs, which is a really nice touch. Now, the Bricktober pack minifigure also had printing on the side of the legs, but that's really not necessary here. Like, I'm just really impressed that they kept up this level of detail for a normal set, you know, a normal $30 set. The minifigures are definitely the highlight of this set, and it's really nice to get an Umbridge in an easy way. So the printing on her torso and legs are great. You can see that her face is the same one as the one from the Bricktober pack, but if you spin it around, that is a brand new face, and it works perfectly for this scene because obviously she was screaming when she got attacked by the Centaurs in the movie. And so I really love that face. It's just so expressive. Like, I don't think LEGO's ever had like a minifigure scream that much on a face, except maybe like Black Canary from the LEGO Batman movie series 2. But yeah, hairpiece isn't new either, not a new color, and she has a dark tan wand like Harry. Would have been really nice for them to introduce a pink wand for her, but I mean, her wand is brown in the books, so they didn't really need to do that. So here's our first LEGO Centaur. Again, you get two identical ones in this set. The face print is the same. This is just the alternate face to the screaming one, and you can see they both have the same weapon, so I'm just going to put that one aside and focus on this guy. So this new like horse leg piece is incredible. So it looks exactly like a Lego horse, but it is much smaller because obviously it's meant to like fit a minifigure's body. You can see it goes across like a little bit over 4 studs because like this hoof sticks out a little bit, but it pretty much just fits on this minifigure like base plate. And so they just attach a quiver onto the side, and you can see there is like a dark tan tail at the back. That's a little bit strange to me because it's like the skin is dark tan, but like the hair is black. So I don't know, I feel like that looks a little bit out of place. But it's just incredible to finally get LEGO Centaurs. The hairpiece isn't new. It's Dumbledore's hairpiece in black, so it is a new color, but not a new mold. And if you take off the hairpiece, I'll spin it around so you can see there's the other head print and there's a quiver print on the back. And I'm gonna just remove like the minifigure body so you can kind of see how this works. So I'll take the quiver off, and let me just grab that off. Sorry for the shaky camera. But if you just pop off the body, you can see that that's how the horse piece works. It's pretty much how everyone expected a Lego Centaur would work. It's just like the minifigure legs molded into this body. And I mean, the 2 studs on the back can be used for anything. So in this set, they have quivers attached to them. But I mean, you could try to make someone ride them. Maybe seems a little bit cruel because I mean, these are sentient creatures. But yeah, I really hope they reuse these in like fantasy themes in the future, because Lego Centaurs are a game changer, and I know that people really wanted them. Getting 2 of them in one set is awesome. And you can't move the legs, but I mean, that's like a really minor thing. This piece is so much smaller than I expected that like you wouldn't be able to fit movement in it. And again, getting 2 in one set is incredible. Like, you could buy, I've seen people say that they're just going to buy multiple copies of this set so that they can get these awesome new pieces, and I completely agree with that. So here's Grawp. We're taking a look at him first, since he's basically just a giant minifigure. Now, he's built in the same style as Ant-Man, Ares, and the giant stone warrior from Ninjago. So he is meant to look like an oversized minifigure, and all of the detailing on him is done with stickers, although I like how they kind of built up his belly and his belly button just using normal pieces. And this face is printed. That's not a sticker. The faces on these guys are always printed. Some people don't like the nose and the ears, but I think it makes him look really cute. You know, he has like all of this messy hair. And just spinning him around, you can see he is really unfinished at the back, which I'm not too bothered by. But what I am bothered by is that they have these like angled plates in the front to get like the look of the body, but they don't have them at the back. And so it's like, I don't like the way that they built the arms on this version compared to like Giant Man, because Giant Man had a more built up body. You know, there weren't like such big gaps, and there were the angled plates at the back, so you still had the shape. So I wish they had kept that consistent. But other than that, I mean, like, the figure's pretty much the same as everything else. Obviously, these joints in gray don't look the best, but those are color locked. You can't make them in any other color, so I understand why. And so just going into articulation quickly, like I said, he's like a Lego minifigure. So the legs only move like a minifigure does, so he can sit, then they can move back. You can put him in like a little walking pose. The arms are on ball joints, so they have a little bit more range of motion than minifigures. And the other thing new about him is the hands. The hands are just big fig hands. And again, I don't like that, because this entire thing is brick built, except then you have like these giant molded hands. So I think that looks awkward. And I liked the hands on Ares and Giant Man and the Stone Warrior, because they used like Technic pieces that just looked like the minifigure clips. And I liked that better. It couldn't hold a minifigure like as tightly as these hands do, so I get why they changed it. But I did prefer that hand look, because I mean, like, it just looks weird with the molded fingers, but then like you don't even have like toes or anything because it's not that detailed. So I just think it's a little bit of an awkward like transition. But yeah, and then his head moves 360 degrees. There's actually, when you build the set, there's like a little pink brain in his head, which is really cute. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for this guy. Once you've seen one of these, you've pretty much seen them all. Just the designs change. But yeah, like, if you want to make him run, you can make him run really quick. But I think he's really cute with like his little ears and everything. And like I said, he can't hold a minifigure. So let's grab Umbridge, and just like any other big fig, he can hold them by the hand. Or, I mean, by the leg. So that's pretty much it for Grawp, and now we can move on to the other build of the set. So the only other build is this little tree. And you know, people like to joke that Lego was giving Harry Potter fans a Forbidden Forest one tree at a time. Because, I mean, that's basically what they're doing. They release a small Forbidden Forest set every year so far. So we have like 4 different sized trees. And I really like that, because then if you get every set, you can build up a nice little forest with like differently designed trees. And this one is the biggest. I think it's bigger than the one in the Aragog set. And it's very well designed. So if you spin it around, you can see this is really cute little detail with the spider on its web. This branch is at an angle. It does tend to fall down a little bit, but I mean, like, it looks fine wherever it is. And I like that it's at an angle instead of them just like putting another branch over there. You have these mushrooms sticking out. Those are unprinted pieces on like sand green sausages. And so that's a really great parts usage. It would have been nice to have like the printed piece from like 2012-ish like return. But that's not a huge deal. But the main function of this tree is that you can open it in the middle, and inside, this is where Grawp stashes his toys. So back here, there's a little lantern and a drumstick, and like there's a bone in there. And then this is like his bike handlebar thing that he plays with. So that's the little bell that he rings. And if you get Grawp, he can hold that just obviously by this rod, because like his hand does have a little rod connection, and I broke off the bell. But yeah, so he can hold that and he can play with it. And you can see that's how he scales next to the tree. And so it works really well. It's a great little build. And again, I really like that Lego's trying to give us an entire Forbidden Forest by giving us a couple trees every year. All right, so here are the extra pieces. The way the light is hitting them makes it look like these white pieces are glowing, but they're just normal white Lego pieces. Nothing really special. The most interesting parts are the extra dark tan wand and that extra sand green sausage for the mushrooms. Here's the box for this set. It's like one of those squarish, like $30, $40 boxes. I don't really know. It's not a common, Lego usually uses like the long style for $30 boxes. But you can see, like I said in my other review, the renders are really weird on the minifigures this year. Like they look much like more computer animated than usual. They're always computer animated, but it's like Umbridge's hair looks really weird and like shiny. So does Harry's, so does Hermione's a little bit. But I mean, that's a minor thing, but it's just something that I've noticed on this year's boxes. Then on the top, you can see the minifigures. I think it would have been more interesting if they had an actual size Centaur instead of Umbridge. And then around the back, you can see this is a punch tab box, not a like taped one. I did get these from Europe and I didn't want to damage this. So yeah, Europe usually has like punch tabs on boxes as big as this, while in the US they're usually taped. And then the other difference is that the US always has the piece count while Europe does not. Here are the instruction manuals for this set. You know, they're normal size, nothing weird about these. There's a little win ad at the back of the first one, and then at the back of the second one, you have a little ad for the 4 main sets, excluding Hedwig and the Burrow, because those will be exclusives in the US, I believe. All right, so that's it for this review. To wrap up my final thoughts, I think this is a great set. For $30, the value is there. It feels a little bit barely there with the build, but I mean, like, the tree's a decent size. Grawp, you know, is also, it's great to get another one of those buildable minifigures. And I mean, you get 5 figures, 4 of which are exclusive, 2 of which are brand new Lego Centaurs, which I cannot emphasize enough. Like, people have wanted that for a really long time. It's such a fantastic thing that they've done, and I never thought they'd give us 2 in one set. So really, I think this set is worth it. Now, it might not be for everybody, because like I doubt everyone will care about Hagrid's giant half-brother and like Lego Centaurs in a tree. But if you like Lego Harry Potter, this is a pretty good set. And it's the only way to get Umbridge this year, and like, I mean, it's the only way to get her on the market right now since that Bricktober pack came out 2 years ago. So yeah, I highly recommend it for $30, and that's it for this review. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.